What's going on, guys? Welcome back to RealClaysCoins. I believe competence creates confidence, so I'm here to bring you some information, education, and better understanding of cryptocurrency and the stock market. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not an indication nor suggestion to buy, hold, or sell any cryptocurrency or stock talked about in this video or on this channel. I'll also never contact you guys in the comment section down below talking about a WhatsApp, a Telegram, any type of giveaways or cryptocurrency that I need you to send, anything like that, any brokers, traders, all that spam, all that scam. You'll know whenever I react to a comment, you'll see a heart emoji or something like that. So you'll know it's me. You'll see that notification specifically and only from me. Please don't fall for anything. I try to keep up with it, but there's so many of them that it's hard to. Today we're going to be looking at a coin listing video. I like doing these videos. It lets me learn about some new cryptocurrencies, reminds me of some older ones, lets me know what different exchanges are doing and how they're keeping up. It's good to keep your eye on different exchanges, get a healthy balance of how different cryptocurrencies are doing and not just look for confirmation bias. But we're looking at Gemini, Binance, and crypto.com. We actually don't have any Coinbase listings, so that's what I mean. Coinbase has only listed Alice in the last couple weeks, I'd say, and as of right now, we're just rolling with Gemini, Binance, and crypto.com. Before we get into the video, guys, I gotta do the YouTube stuff. Why don't you do me a favor, go ahead and like the video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss an update. Make sure those notifications are set to all, so just in case YouTube doesn't send it out, you always get it. My new goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. It's a big goal, but a lot of people thought 1,000 subscribers by the end of February was a big goal too, and why don't you go ahead and look at that subscriber count right now. It's like 1,100. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the fastest growing families on YouTube. This is incredible, so why don't we keep it going, keep it growing like wildfire, and I'll give you guys a moment to hit that like button and subscribe button right now. Dope. Thank you guys so much. Starting off with Gemini's February 28th listing, we have Solana. Ticker symbol SOL, SOL. You know this crypto by now. If you don't, I don't know where you've been looking, but Solana is an absolute banger. Gemini's just now getting it, so you can see, you'll actually see a theme here with the Gemini listings with Solana, with a hybrid consensus model of proof of history and proof of stake. It's no surprise to see what Solana has done in the DeFi, NFT, and overall crypto space. Just launching in 2020, Solana has rapidly become the 8th largest cryptocurrency in the world by market cap. Founders from Qualcomm and Dropbox, aspirations of being the Visa of crypto, and a current price that sits at half of the all-time high at $98.32. The all-time high is about $260, right around there. That is a mouth-watering price. All these things added up would look like a pretty bullish sentiment, but repetitive, uncontrollable network outages, favoritism towards institutional investors, criticized tokenomics, all of these have bears singing a much different tune about Solana, and when you look at it on a 3-month time scale, you can really see why. Pulling it up right here, just in December 3rd, we're well over $200, up towards $230. We're currently sitting at under $100. If Solana can get all the network outages and everything like that under control, they could be huge. But, they could be huge looking at a market cap of $31 billion. They could be huge as kind of an outdated thing. And the thing is, they're just now too. My buy zone for Solana is right around the 70 to 80 range. We came close not too long ago to that $78 range, but let me see right here, $78. I was not able to scoop it up. I was a little too slow to pull the trigger there. But if we approach that again, that's my buy zone. Obviously not financial advice. You guys know the drill on that by now. There's not much to say on Solana. You guys are plenty familiar with it. If not, you can definitely check it out. Solana is a huge thing as long as they get those network outages under control. I cannot stress that enough. If something like that keeps happening, a lot of institutional investors are going to pull out of it. And when you have a combination of people saying they favor institutional investors and they might be pulling out of it because of the network outages, regardless of whether or not you are institutional or retail, you're obviously retail unless you're a data scientist, shout out Kenan Grace, but unless you're an institutional investor and you enjoy network outages, you're probably not going to want to invest in Solana. That's a huge portion of their income, and when something like that is no longer an option, you're going to see a big dip in price, which may be why over the past 3 months we've seen it absolutely bleed in, losing well over half of its value. I did want to pull up the coin price forecast for Solana. Always take these predictions with a grain of salt. No one has a crystal ball, unless you're Mrs. Jones down in the comment section getting people like 68K every 2 weeks off Bitcoin somehow. But look, according to coin price forecast, we're looking at 73% increase by the end of the year. They're looking at $170 towards a $171 Solana by the end of the year, upwards of 222 by midway of next year. I think these are pretty conservative estimates, which are good to see. I like seeing a conservative price forecast. Maybe it's just because of everything happening, in the world right now. There's probably a good thing. If you didn't know, I've talked about it before on different videos on my channel before, but this is all done algorithmically, this whole website. This is a lot of AI and machine learning. As things continue to happen and trends and patterns begin to form, the machine learning is going to take that into consideration. But when you look at, 2028, talking about a 6-year investment upwards of $637, when you can get it at 98 right now, if this was the stock market, you'd be looking at a serious growth stock. Now we're moving into the 2 cryptocurrencies that Gemini listed on March 2nd, the first of which is Raydium, ticker symbol RAY. Raydium is an automated market maker, an AMM, and a liquidity provider built on Solana for the Serum decentralized exchange. Keep an eye out for the decentralized exchange video I might be doing here in the next few days. Probably going to keep that going. It seems like the next up in the sector series. I'll drop a little card for that playlist. Actually, I'm getting a few of them now. We got gaming, metaverse, Internet of Things, DeFi, centralized exchanges, exchange tokens, however, and then we'll probably do the decentralized tokens here pretty soon. So let me know if you guys want to see that in the comment section down below. Back to Raydium though, it's used for governance, staking for protocol fees, staking for IDO allocations, not IPO, but IDO allocations. Its mainnet just celebrated its first birthday, having launched February 21st of 2021. It's incredibly recent to be sitting where it is and having the success that it has so far. Looking at a market cap of 240 million in just a year, that's a pretty big feat, especially being built on Solana, which is a relatively new ecosystem. 2 years old with a 1-year-old project here. You can see the trend that Gemini's moving in with the Solana integration, and it's a long time coming in my opinion. Raydium specifically, they have a decent amount of utility and they have a lot of ideas on how to improve Solana. So we'll see how they do. We'll see how they hold up. Looking at the yearly chart, it's not great, but looking at the price point it's at right now, $2.72 at an all-time high of almost $16.52. That's an incredible risk to reward ratio, and if you want to throw some in it, that's completely up to you. Do your own due diligence. I think it looks like a pretty cool project, and I definitely like a lot of the Solana token color schemes on their projects. I do like the neon color, the kind of radiant, how it fades out to a different one. I do like that. So rounding off the Gemini listing, guys, Saber, ticker symbol SBR. It's also built on Solana, you'll notice. So that's definitely interesting, but the rank at 3,127, I'm assuming that's because the CoinMarketCap team has not verified the project, so an auditor that they view as reputable has not given their stamp on it yet. So once they do, you'll see it move right up the rankings, but that's the thing about CoinMarketCap is it's not necessarily strictly by the numbers, because if an auditor that they feel isn't reputable hasn't audited it yet, then they're going to throw it on the very far end. Or if they, have some beef with the director and they want to scrap in a ball pit somewhere, you have Hex sitting at like number 207 when it has a ridiculous market cap. It should be in the top 10, but that's a different topic for a different video. It seems incredibly odd though that they would add Saber, Gemini, mind you, would add Saber to their exchange 2 days after they added Solana. Solana being the number 8 cryptocurrency in the world, Saber being the number 3,127. It just seems like they should have gotten Solana in a little earlier than they're just throwing in any Solana project. I don't know. I haven't used Saber. I haven't had much experience with Saber. Let me know if you guys have in the comment section down below. But it's a cross-chain stablecoin exchange built on Solana. One of the biggest trends you guys are going to see with DeFi is their utilization of stablecoins. Pretty much because stablecoins are rather essential for many DeFi sectors, many DeFi-related tasks, a lot of the yielding and staking that people do. A lot of that has to do with stablecoins and having that set in stone, and then you have a lot of cryptocurrencies that are there to keep the stablecoin stable, so that it's just a whole ecosystem of utility in and of itself. Now moving back in time to February 28th, but to a different exchange at crypto.com. We have irisnet, ticker symbol IRIS. They listed on February 28th, and it's a protocol that looks to provide a blockchain-based open network to small and medium-sized businesses. With transactions executed on the blockchain and business logic and data processing handled off-chain, they create an adoptable bridge for enterprise solutions. With a market cap this low at 80 million, I mean, fully diluted is only 133 million, but that's because the total supply is only 2 billion. That's not a very, very large amount, especially when you look at this at 6 cents. In my opinion, just off that alone, if this has any amount of utility, and you can see it's built on Cosmos, so that's unique. If it has any utility, it's going to explode. You're going to see a rocket up in price. If this was a bigger exchange, or if this was more of a if this listing had more of a PR push behind it, I think you would see a big push in price, or if the overall market wasn't in such a downward trend. But, we don't live in a perfect world. We can only look at the numbers, take the cards we're dealt with, and play the best hand that we can. Listing on March 2nd on Crypto.com is Acala token, ticker symbol ACA. This is a really cool cryptocurrency. I haven't heard of it. Let me know if you guys have down below before I explain it and before it rings any bells in your head. But let me know if you guys have seen this, because I haven't personally. I'm going to be honest with you. And it looks like a banger of a cryptocurrency, especially for the DeFi space and everything they're trying to accomplish. They're looking to be an all-in-one DeFi network, offering a blockchain secured by Polkadot while being scalable and Ethereum compatible. Derivative staking with Liquid Dot, loans with the Acala dollar stablecoin, and trading via Acala swap are just a few of the many ventures that Acala is diving into. Looking at this, looking at the description, looking at the white paper, checking out this project a little bit, this was definitely one that piqued my interest. Whenever I look at the listing videos, I have the greatest chance of finding new cryptocurrencies that really strike something with me. Not only in the listing videos, some gaming or other videos too. Like I was gonna say, the gaming one, when I saw Veracity, that looks like a beast of a crypto. They look like they have a lot going on and a really, really good head on their shoulders and roadmap. If obviously a lot of cryptocurrency is speculation, a lot of these things are. But if you can start to capitalize and really put forth some of that speculation and make it a realization, you could have serious profit growth. And that's what I see for Acala token. If they can get everything, straightened out, and they can capitalize on this DeFi push, we could see this absolutely run, especially with only $1 billion total supply. That's huge. They've also been working with fintech company Current on hybrid crypto and fintech product. Like I said, this thing has massive potential, and it looks like one of the best long holds that I've seen in recent memory. If you want to talk about something you want to scoop up now, not worry about trading, swinging, anything like that, and feel like it's a banger, the fundamentals are sound, this is the one. Now we're moving over to Binance US listings. I would cover all the Binance, but I'm over in the US here, so the Binance US is definitely the ones that affect me, and I have a hard enough time keeping up with all the US exchange listings. I could not imagine trying to keep up with all the all the worldwide listings outside of just the US. That would be crazy. However, I have a question for you guys. Are you a fan of this token? Chiliz is in no way a newcomer and has done a great job losing people money last year. When you want to get down to it, there's not many tokens that you could have put a lot of money in, hoping for good things to happen. Other than Cardano. Cardano was really good at that last year, and in one of the most monumental historic bull runs ever, just constantly lost people money. And even when it wasn't providing gains, and any gains you thought you got, they took it away. And that's a nice thing to do. Not everyone can make a bunch of profit, so it's nice for some coins and tokens to give it away for once. It's charitable. It's a philanthropy. I have pretty mixed feelings on Chiliz, ticker symbol CHZ. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm a huge sports fan, and on paper, I should absolutely love this cryptocurrency, but oh man, they have been so disappointing, and since last fall, it's just, it's been crushing. As soon as it hit this 41 cent range, and they started to get a bunch of deals and started advertising everything with PSG and Barcelona, Real Madrid, all these Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they were really pushing it out. They have done nothing but absolutely bleed, and I'm so happy that I got out when I got out. I used to be a holder of this last fall. I haven't been a holder of this in the entirety of 2022. Don't even know if I was a holder in this by November of last year, and I'm glad that I wasn't. For those of you who don't know, they operate the blockchain-based sports entertainment platform Socios. You probably know them from all the fan token type deals, Lazio fan token, PSG fan token, different things like that. You've seen them around. They're for various soccer clubs and other sports. I think they have a UFC partnership. And one cool note, a cool little fact I'll put in about Chiliz is that it's an ERC20 token, but it's compatible with BEP2 and TRC20. So that way you can lose money on Tron, Binance, and Ethereum. Looking at coin price forecast, they see it gaining 77%, 128% by the end of next year. You can tell they clearly are holders of this cryptocurrency. That's the only reason they would say this. I'm just kidding. I can see it climbing back up towards the 30-cent range. I don't think that's anywhere out of the realm of possibility for this crypto because that's where I think it should be right now. The fact that we're sitting at under 20 cents is blasphemy. So I think, 30 to 40 is no way out of the question. I think fundamentally it should be up there, and especially with the massive audience you have. I mean, especially okay, so I'm in the US, but I played soccer growing up, a lot of it. The US isn't a big soccer country. Soccer is or football, however, wherever you're located, you're gonna call it something different, is the #1 sport in the world popularity wise. And Chiliz and Socios has such a big influence in the crypto, the NFT, in the soccer and football worldwide community, and they just flop. And that's why it's man, I don't know. I don't know how to make a sports related cryptocurrency, but if I did, I would really want to do it just to be better than them. Last but not least, the most recent listing, and the last one we're going to be talking about on the list, is Origin Protocol, OGN. The Origin token, it's featuring engineers from little-known companies such as PayPal, YouTube, and Google. Just little ones like that. Dropbox was also on there from earlier one, too. Origin wants to do its part in bringing decentralized finance and NFTs to the masses. I don't know if they aren't already, but it's kind of one of those things where, especially now that I'm a crypto YouTuber and I'm in the space, you start to be so into the space that you think everyone else is. I kind of forget how early we all are on cryptocurrency, and the fact that in 10 years it's just going to start to be really widely adopted. It's crazy, especially with the metaverse and everything. So last year being the year of NFTs or meme coins, this year being decentralized finance, it seems to me like Origin is kind of we're trying to bring it to the masses. That seems like it's already been done. But to most people, they don't understand what an NFT is or what DeFi means. And then when you say decentralized finance, they look even more confused, even though it's supposed to be explaining it and saying it out in layman's terms. OGN is the platform and the governance token for the Origin story, Origin Dollar, and others. Origin Dollar is the stablecoin for the DeFi, like what we mentioned earlier. This token could easily see a 10x once the market gets healthy and they want to do what they want to do, which is DeFi and NFTs. You could see it scream. A big part of this will be if their platforms see a lot of heavy usage when it comes to the NFTs. Anytime you have any newer NFT platform that sees a heavy amount of sales, transactions, minting, whatever it may be, you're going to see a big price pump, because usually you use that token to do certain things on that protocol, and then that's how you get things done. So supply, demand, you understand. Alright guys, that's going to be the video. I wanted to bring you guys some cryptocurrency listings. You know how you like to keep you up to date with those, just so you can capitalize on any price pumps, or if you were a holder of the crypto and it just listed on a new exchange, you can look and check, and that can allow you to understand a little bit better why price pumps happen, because being able to recognize different patterns in the chart and different pumps or different ways the cryptocurrency is going to move, the chart is going to look, that's one part. Now, understanding why it happens, that's way more important in my opinion, because just because you can see something doesn't mean you understand why it's going to happen. And if you can't understand why it's happening or why it would happen, then it's very hard to make predictions on it. And it's hard enough to make any predictions in crypto anyways. So I'm just trying to help you guys out as much as I can. You know the drill by now, guys, though. Stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and I hope you guys have a great day.